Welcome, everyone. Man, oh man, what a great week, a week one football we saw, man. Man, I cannot believe the scores we saw, an upset we saw. I can't believe the Jets and Steelers game was so high scoring. I think it definitely went over the over. But man, oh man, Jets losing in perfect style like they always do. How you doing over there, my buddy John Paul? I know you're sad, a little happy, optimistic. How you doing over there, brother?
Um, I guess I'm okay. I mean, we'll we'll see if that team is legit as they say come Sunday.
Okay. Then we got my other buddy right now, who me and him are gonna argue today because I have a different point of view for why that game went wrong on Sunday. He has a different one. But we got my good buddy over there, Tony. How you doing over there, buddy?
I'm fine. I mean, it is what it is. What can you do?
Okay.
What do you
But
want to
man, we're missing my buddy David today, David, and we hope you're having fun wherever you are, buddy. We know you old bastard. We'll help you enjoying your time wherever you are. See you back next week. I'd like to start over Thursday night football, man. Thursday night football, what a way to start the game off. With a poor guy getting out for the season, and then you have two guys having a spitting battle. Dak Prescott spitting, and Jalen Carter thought he was spitting at him. Jalen Carter literally legit spit back at him in front of the refs. Uh, Tony, I know you really wanted to talk about this game and stuff like that. I'll let you kick it off, buddy.
I'm sorry. What game are we talking about again?
The spitting battle between the Eagles and the
No, no, I
Cowboys.
know, I know. I'm joking. Um, so Dak planted the seed, and Jalen Carter went there and he picked the fruit. That's basically what happened. You know, I think if Dak would have actually spit on Jalen Carter, we'd have a different story today. It didn't happen. He spit in his direction, then kind of taunted him a little bit. And I think, like I said, that Jalen Carter, that's why he went there and he did what he did stupidly. So he took the bait. And you know what? Good for Dak, I guess. I mean, how many players are doing that these days? They're planting the seed so somebody else can take the someone can take the bait. I mean, that's what happened. Even though I got to be honest, I kind of wish that Dak did spin on him, so maybe we'd have a chance this week at playing football.
Okay. What do you think about the game overall, though? Besides the spitting battle, what do you think about both teams, and what do you think about Butterfingers over there?
Um, you know what? I don't know how much of the Micah Parsons stuff is in CeeDee Lamb's head. I mean, he was not easy on the Cowboys when he went to social media when Parsons got traded. Um, I don't know how much of that's in his head. Um, then again, you know what? I mean, the passes weren't like perfect in his bread box either. So, was it a good game? Yeah, it was a good game. If he held on to the ball, would Dallas have had a chance? I think so. But then again, I hate both teams. So, I mean, if both of them could have lost, I would have been happy.
Okay, besides hating, but we gotta be a little optimistic. We can't be biased here, buddy. I know you hate both teams. The whole America, everybody watching knows you hate both teams. But let's be unbiased. How do you think about both teams' offense? How do you think about the Eagles? Like Eagles. How do you think what he thought?
They definitely weren't running on full cylinders. They definitely weren't. They're not the team that was scored powerhouse wise last year. You didn't see Saquon take off for 200 yards. It's you know, maybe it's something they have to work on. But once again, it's week one. A lot of these guys are still knocking off that rust because a lot of them didn't play preseason. Which once again, I think I said it last year, and I'll say it again. It's stupid. You guys, they got to get these guys some reps. That's my thought.
Okay. John Paul, what do you think of it, buddy?
All right. Well, we'll start with the spitting first. Um, so I was watching the game. Okay, yeah, two. I was watching the game. All right, and I had no idea what was going on because I was actually going to grab myself a bottle of water, and my wife Anna looks at me and she goes, "What the hell is going on here?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Well, somebody just got ejected. I don't know what's going on." I'm going, "Okay." And I see him spit on Dak Prescott, and my immediate reaction, excuse my French, was what a piece of shit. Because that is the most disrespectful thing to do is to spit on somebody. Now, I did see that next morning that Dak Prescott spit in his direction, and then gave him a little bit of a smirk. Um, and it was close. It looked so close, but then they had another camera view, and I don't know if any of you guys saw that other camera view. He was like 20 feet away from Dak Prescott when Dak Prescott spit. So, me personally, you got to have a better mind than that, man. This kid's had issues since college with doing stupid things like that. Um, and it's a shame because he should have known better. That's plain and simple for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Dak Prescott might have planted a little bit thinking about it, but you know what? He pushes both of his linemen out of the way and spits on the ground. This guy spit like on his neck or some shit like that. So, I mean, that's usually a no.
Spitting
Uh,
game.
but when it comes to the game itself, um, I'm going to say one thing, and I don't want to bring it back up from last week when it came to Micah Parsons, but everyone's like, oh, they traded away Micah Parsons, this, and that, this, and that. But I should have brought it up last week, and I didn't, and it was stupid, and I should have done it, but I didn't.
The
Um,
old age memory kicking in, that's why.
Thank you. But where was Micah Parsons when Dallas lost 37-6 and then 36-7 in the two games that they played the Eagles? He was nowhere to be found. He was completely stopped, deadlocked. All right. He didn't play that well. I know we're gonna get there, but on the other hand, when it comes to the game itself, I think CD Lamb messed up. That he took 100% of the blame. Because if he would have caught at least two of those balls, that game's completely different.
Okay.
Because Dallas was running all over them. I mean, granted, I understand that Carter wasn't in. I get it. But they were running all over them, and the Eagles secondary does not look that great. But then again, neither does Dallas's. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I guess next week. I mean, I guess all these teams got to dust the rust off.
Yeah. Two things I think about this game, besides the spitting battle of these two knuckleheads. My thing is, if Jalen Carter was in that game, I don't think that score would have been that close. And then Jalen Carter, yes, he is a hothead at times, and we saw with the spitting battle. When you put Jalen Carter in that defensive line, I don't think that score would have been that same way. Especially with that O line. That Dallas O line is not the same Dallas O line that we used to see back in the day with Romo and DeMarco. Not the same O line. Secondly, come on, CD Lamb. Last year, you were complaining about the money, not getting paid the contract. You got that contract now. They gave you last year. Where were you when the team needed you? You couldn't catch nothing, bro. Easily had the game in your hands, and you dropped the most important catches of the game. That's what you get paid for. Simple as that. All right, guys. Now let's go to Friday Night Football, man. We got Friday Night Football in Brazil. Well, I love this about the NFL. Multiple days football week. We had the Los Angeles Chargers going versus the Kansas City Chiefs. What a game it was. I'm going to go kick it off with you first, John Paul. What do you think about the game and everything about the Chargers?
I'll tell you one thing, and I was right last week. The Chiefs are taking a huge step back. I mean, they came back a little bit, and I get it. But man, that Chargers team, they look legit, man, and I'll give it to them. They do. Their defense looks really good. Their wide receivers look really good. I mean, even Keenan Allen coming back to the Chargers, he looks really, really good to play. I mean, I think they have a good chance to make a little bit of a run, and I'd like to see it. But Kansas City didn't look as advertised, should I say? I think the television show that they're doing kind of kind of put a damper on things. But that's just me. But other than
Okay.
that, I think Kansas City, like I said, is going to take a little bit of a step back. I think they'll still make the playoffs, absolutely, but a little bit of a step back. But the Chargers look very good in my eyes.
Okay. Uh, Mets fan over there, what do you think?
Um, I'll tell you this much. Didn't expect it. I thought Kansas City was going to come out there and put on a good game. I didn't expect them to lose game one. Um, but listen, big props to the to the Chargers. I mean, They're a good team. They got a good quarterback. That's what you need, man. You need that game manager. You hear that, New York Giants? You need a game manager.
We're gonna get to the Giants. We're gonna get to the Giants, okay? We're gonna get to
Um,
the way.
but you know what? Good. You know what? Because I'm sick and tired of hearing about Kansas City anyway. Um, I'm sick and tired of hearing about Travis Kelce and Taylor shit.
We'll see.
Oh, but yeah, I'm glad. Good way to go, Chargers. Good job. Even though I picked KC.
This is what my take is. First of all, I gotta give props to the Chargers, man. Definitely, I'm happy to see that they finally got a decent coach over there to give him out a little more help with that quarterback. I would not panic yet with the Chiefs because the Chiefs last year, season opener, got their asses kicked by the Lions and still made it all the way. I don't feel like it's panic mode. I definitely think they need to get a receiver, and there are rumors that there's gonna be a receiver going there, and his name is Mr. Tyreek Hill. I think they just need to get him a little more help over there because they got Xavier Woods is gonna be out. One guy's on suspension. I definitely think they need receiver help. So it's not all panic you can see. That's what I think about that.
Well, no, I don't think it's Umir. I don't think it's panic mode.
Yeah,
Umir, it's only week
it's week
one.
one. Yeah,
I'm not saying panic mode, but you as a football fan too. They took a step back on week one.
100%. Yeah, they
I
don't
mean,
look the same at all. They don't look with this. So
I wouldn't call it panic mode yet. Absolutely not. But I'll tell you right now, they string three losses together. Then you got to sit there and go, whoa, something's going on there.
yeah. I mean,
and they got.
it's a big game this week. So
Yeah.
I'll be watching it with all the Eagle fans. Hopefully, I don't get jumped in my Kansas City Chiefs jersey. Pray for me, y'all. All right, guys, let's go to Sunday football, man. Man, I wish we had some Saturday football. We only had Thursday and Friday. Sunday football. Let's go to the New York Jets and Steelers game. First of all, I'm happy my buddy was there and he had a great time to see his Steelers win. I happy he had a great time, but let's talk about it, man. John Paul, what do you think about this whole game?
Okay. Well, besides the
Oh,
fact that
sorry,
I was
sorry to cut you off. I didn't want to announce something that I saw very shockingly. DK Metcalf was standing up for Jalen Ramsey. These two guys that used to go against each other, fight each other, and now their team has to stand up for each other. And Mario Atkinson, man. Can't believe what he sees. But John Paul, I'll let you go, buddy. Sorry about that.
all right, to say I wasn't upset because this is, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is probably the first Jets game I watched almost in its entirety. Okay, for the first time in a very long time. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. All right, my brother knows. He'll sit there. We'll be at my mother's on Sunday. Be like, yo, the Jets are playing. I'll go outside and go, yeah, so you know what I mean. But this is the first game I actually watched in its entirety, and I was upset. I was very upset at the end. Especially, I mean, Xavier Gibson. He's another one. He should know better than to carry the ball low like that when when he's returning a punt. You don't do that. Come on, man. That's a guy's dream to slap the ball out of your hand and pick it up. You know what I mean? But on a positive note, I was not expecting that score to be that high. I was not expecting the Jets to have almost 200 yards rushing. I mean, the Jets were the best rushing team this weekend. And honestly, dude, let Justin Field throw that ball downfield. I thought he threw a dime to Garrett Wilson. Let him throw it downfield a little bit more. You know what I mean? The Jets need a good number two, and I hope Reynolds could be that number two. Um, Also, and I know this is a little off topic, but Aaron Rodgers, I met you, pal, and I liked you. Okay. But what you said after the game was a little bit of a spit in the face. All right. You were brought here and you told all Jets fans that you were going to win a Super Bowl with the Jets. All right. You leave well, first off, after 5 minutes of the first game in your first year, you tear your Achilles. Then last year, we bring in everybody and their mother that you wanted, including your own wide receivers, and you couldn't do anything. But if you ask everybody I speak to, I told everyone that's exactly how this game was going to go. Aaron Rodgers is going to go throw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Actually, I said 5, but 4 touchdowns close enough. But I didn't like what he said after the game. Disrespected. He said, "I'm, this is for all Jets fans and all that stuff. This is all for you." Listen, my man, you got paid while you were here. Shut your mouth. You took the win. That's great. Now keep it moving.
Oh my God. When did we start becoming so soft?
Who
I
saw?
actually like this sounds softness, bro. This is football, a competitive sport. I coach. And when I beat a team, I want to make sure you know I beat you. I want to make sure I rub it in your face. I do that. I'm a basketball coach. I do that. That's what counts as a sport. That's every team does that. Every player does that when you let them go. Every player does that, bro. Come on. If the roles were
No,
reversed, we
and
would
you're
not
You
be.
first off, you teach children. You doing that shows them nothing but unsportsmanlike
Oh God.
bullshit. You
And thank
teach
you.
children. You teach children.
I
I'm
teach the
sorry, you
children.
coach children.
Coach or the coach.
You
I
coach
didn't get teacher
children.
degree yet. Don't give me.
They're not even teenagers. They're children.
Yeah.
So
But listen,
doing that makes you look stupid.
okay, but that thank you so much.
what I'm
But
what I'm simply what I'm simply trying to say. Okay,
yeah,
what I'm simply trying to say is, yes, I know
Don't slap the hand that feeds you. That's
I know he wanted that game against the Jets, and he could have turned around and said, "You know what? This is what they had coming," and that's all you had to say. But what he kept saying beyond that, all right, kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Now they play a decent team next week, and guess what? No offense, he got rocked 4 times by the Jets, and I mean rocked 4 times by the Jets.
I'm glad it's a good coach.
Okay, and in 2 of the times that he got rocked, Quinnen Williams and Quincy Williams both helped him to his feet. So you know what, dude? Have better etiquette for guys that you played with. Okay, have better etiquette for the guys you played with. All right, and just say, hey man, this is one I wanted because they let me go. Plain and simple, done. You didn't have to say all that other crap, bro. He's turning into another Jerry Jones.
Okay, Tony, what do you think, buddy?
I got to be honest. Well, let me start with the NFL. Roger Goodell, what are you doing, man? You know that the New York teams are not supposed to play at the same time. They're not. I don't know what you're doing.
They both have been sucking over the past couple of years,
Oh,
Tone.
yeah,
That's
don't
why they
expect.
do
It
it.
doesn't
I
make a
would expect for
difference.
that game to be that score. I did not expect that. Your brother's a diehard Jets fan. Definitely did not expect that score to be
No,
that
no,
high.
of course. But you know what though? If I'm able to at 1 o'clock watch the Giants and then at 4:30 watch the Jets, I'm happy with that. Or either way, I can do that. Unfortunately, I had to go back and forth because I don't like the red zone. Sorry, I said it. I don't like the red zone.
Why don't you
I
like
want to
the?
watch football
Forget about one. Why don't you like the red zone? What's wrong with red zone?
because I'd rather watch the game and watch how it took place, not just to see the score.
You know the fantasy?
But be it as it may, when it was halftime and I saw the Jets winning, I was completely taken back. I was like, "Holy cow! I can't believe this! Way to go!" Um, and I did not expect there to be that kind of shootout. But you know what though? I mean, if you're a Jets fan, even though the loss sucks, because you could have won that game, I think there's plenty to look to in the future. I mean, that game one was pretty damn good.
Definitely
Uh,
well done.
I mean, the only thing that was terrible is there were no Jets fans in the stadium. Oh my God. It was a home
40,
it was a home game for
45% of the said
Pittsburgh.
40 Pittsburgh is a big traveling fan base, and 45% of they said it even on news, like 45% people were all Steelers fans that bought tickets.
Yeah, I mean, at one point the NFL is going to have to acknowledge that Pittsburgh is America's team. I think Pittsburgh probably has more fans nationwide and worldwide than
No,
anybody.
sir. We went over that already.
And we went over that. Cowboys beat that.
No,
But
sir.
let me get my because we got other things we got
It's
to talk about.
close, but no, the Cowboys got him.
The Cowboys never got it. But let me get my take on this. My thing is, Rodgers, these guys definitely think what you did wrong is wrong. I don't agree that much. I definitely think this is sports. It gets competitive, whatever. But just be ready. If you see the Jets in the playoffs, Quincy Williams and the Boat Williams brothers, they ain't gonna forget about you. They're gonna make sure they lift you on the ground, bro. So just be ready for that.
You say
I
playoffs?
got in playoffs, yeah, they do play each other. The AFC teams.
You say playoffs?
Playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah. They're gonna help both your
Playoffs.
jackets. Yeah, in the playoffs, if they do see each other in the playoffs, just be ready for that, buddy. Because when he talks shit, you gotta be ready to face him. All right, let's talk about another New York team. The New York Giants What's the Washington Commanders? Tony, I know you probably ripped the rest of your hair out. That's why you had to put a baseball cap on. But what do you think about this whole game? And what you say on it, buddy?
Um, Disappointed. I'm definitely disappointed. Um, the defense did their job for most of the game. They held Washington. The biggest problem that we have to blitz more because when we blitzed, the passing was from Washington was terrible. I think he went 3 for 11 when the Giants blitzed. We sacked him 3 times. So I mean, we got to pick that up a little bit more. Um, Andrew Thomas pisses me off. I mean, this guy can never stay healthy. We definitely needed him on the line. The offensive line was an issue. Um, and now I'm going to talk about Russ because I have to. Um, we already know that Russ is at the back end of his career. Um, and I think this week is going to be Russ's last week of his career. I think it's truly over. Russ couldn't even complete the passes properly. Um, he was throwing everything short to Malik Neighbors, everything. If you want Malik Neighbors to score, you got to throw it to him in stride. You want anybody on the Giants team to score, it has to be in stride. They cannot stop and have to go jump ball backwards to go catch it. Every single pass over 20 yards, Russ was shorting it. Um, Once again, I understand he didn't have a whole bunch of time to throw the ball, but once again, when he did have time, the balls were thrown short, big time. Um, and the run game was terrible. The one thing I don't understand is, and I know Scadaboo's a rookie, but the 2 times he got the ball, he made the Washington defenders feel the pain. I mean, he shook off 3, 4, 5 tackles at a time. I mean, he reminds me of Jeremy Shockey.
Okay.
Get this kid the ball.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
John Paul, what do you got to say, buddy? Don't say your brother's favorite word. Yeah, I can care less.
Yeah, I don't care. No, I'm joking. Honestly, as tough as the Giants' schedule is this year, and I know my brother, as a Giants fan, would like to see a change. I don't see it happening anytime soon. The only reason I don't see it happening anytime soon is because the schedule is so tough. I know that it's good to throw the kid out there and let him get his reps, but I think if Jackson Dart, even if you throw Winston out there, I think Winston gives you a better chance to win than Russ. Because I didn't watch this game. Obviously, my brother said it. The Jets and Giants both played at the same time. Um, but I saw highlights, and yeah, he at least 10 or 15 of the passes he threw were either short of the mark or never made it. Like they were way off. And I understand it's a new team, and again, it might be just letting the rust fall off. I get it. I mean, he can come out this week against the Cowboys and spit it, but um, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I think the Giants are going to have a tough time this year, kind of like the Jets. So we're kind of in the same boat here.
Okay. Now, this is what my opinion is going to be. Tony's going to kill me. Oh, thank God I'm so far away from him. This is what my opinion is on this game. Did Russ look 100% in this game? No. He was throwing ball passes everywhere around. I looked watch that game, saw highlights. He was not the Russ I used to watch. But this offensive line was also, he was 50% time he was running for his life. He had the missing tackle on the O line, starting guy, and missing out being out. And he's on a new team. So I don't think it's end all be all. And if you thought that kid darted, it's gonna be the same results. Because I don't see this Dart doing the same. I don't see Dart making himself look like Patrick Mahomes. We put Dart in that offensive line. That's my opinion.
Well, remember, Patrick Mahomes waited a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta let Dart wait a year.
He sat behind Smith,
Alex Smith. Yeah.
Alex Smith.
Yeah.
My thing is, and I said this long ago. All right, my brother knows. I told him I wanted the Jets to pick up Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart is the most ready NFL quarterback, all right, that came out of this past draft. Now, me saying that, the reason I don't think he's going to get switched in is because Dayball wants another year. So if you're training that kid and you say at the end of this year, let's just say, and they keep Russ in every game, let's just say the Giants win 7 games, no playoffs, whatever not, right? And I'm highballing that kind of sort of, all right. But he sits there and goes, all right, listen, we're gonna have to move on from Russ. Jackson Dart's gonna be our starting quarterback next year. He gets another year of salvation. He takes Russell Wilson out now, and he puts that kid in, and that kid has his rookie mistakes, you could kiss Dayball goodbye, man. It's just
Sorry, John Paul, I don't see Dabo making it through the season. I'll say it now. I
no
don't see
the
Dabo. I don't
Giants.
see Dabo making it through the season.
The
That's my
Giants only fired that one dude.
McAdoo.
Yeah, McAdoodle do midway through the season. Uh,
That's my prediction on the show. Mark my words. I don't see Dabo making it throughout the season. I don't see it.
no, I
I don't
think
see
he'll
it.
be. All right. I don't think they'll let him go just yet.
Okay, let's see what happens. All right, man. Let's go to Detroit and Green Bay. Wow. Thank God I picked up the Green Bay defense on my fantasy team. That was the only thing that looked good on my fantasy team this weekend. Micah Parsons, that defense came to play. Tony, John, what are you making faces over there, buddy? What did you say on this game, bro?
First and foremost, okay, Micah Parsons, excuse me again, didn't do a fucking thing. Okay, he played 30 snaps, which was half of the snaps that Detroit did. He had 1 sack and 2 rushes. Okay, I'm tired of this narrative that he was the Cowboys and bullshit, dude. Players get traded all the time. They go somewhere else and they play like garbage. He had 1 sack, and no offense, what was the score when he got that sack? What was the
Uh,
score?
I don't remember his score, but he
Yeah,
was
27-6. Garbage time is when he got that sack. All right, I'm tired of that garbage, but But I will give 120% props to the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay Packers have definitely changed my mind, and they are definitely going to be in that conference championship, man. They definitely look good. I like the way they're – listen, if they could stay healthy, I mean, Jordan Love looked great. Detroit looked like garbage. I mean, they looked lost without both their offensive defensive coordinator from last year. They looked lost. And I feel bad, but at the end of the day, dude, Green Bay came out to play, and they put it on them, man. They put it on them big time.
okay. Tony, what do you think, buddy?
No, I think the same. I didn't expect Detroit to get killed like that. I mean, I thought it was going to be a good game, and I thought Detroit was going to take it. Because like I said, I love Campbell as a coach. I think he's he wears his heart on his sleeve. But they laid a humongous goose egg. Um, and Green Bay. I mean, Jordan Love. I mean, we said it last year. This kid's going to be a superstar in this league. It's just going to depend on the rest of the team taking him there. But good game to Green Bay.
Okay. Man, you can see that when you lose both your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator, that's most of the coaches because they took them with them to the new teams. How big of an effect they got. Lions, it's first game of the season. Don't panic yet. First game, not a big happened in the first game we saw. But hopefully y'all pick it up. And if you could, the Green Bay Packers, you need a pick six next week for my fans, please. Help a brother out. All right, guys, let's go to Sunday Night Football, man. What a game. This is what he called a game of luck, of craziness. I even turned my TV back on. And like the rest of America, I turned it off with 6 minutes left in the game. And then 5 minutes up, the Buffalo Bills and Ravens. What a comeback, man. Sean McDermott and Josh Allen. John Paul, I'm going to go with you first, buddy. What do you think of this whole game?
I'm not gonna lie. I turned the game off at halftime when the Bills were down by like 12 points. I was like, "There's no way they're coming back. They don't look that great." And I was getting excited in my chest. The reason I was getting excited in my chest, which means the Jets wouldn't have been the only ones with a loss in in our conference, in our division, because if the Bills would have lost, everybody would have lost in our division. But you can never count out Josh Allen, man. That kid is phenomenal. He's a great quarterback, and to come back from that many points down, I mean, can we? I mean, not that I want to, because I think the Ravens are an unbelievable team too. But can we start calling the Ravens like choke artists at this point? I mean, they do it all the time. I mean,
Yeah,
They do it all the time against the Bills.
that's what I'm saying. They do it all the time. The only team that they don't do that against is the Bengals. The Bengals and them will go at it head to head. It'll be like a 65 to 64 game, but the Bengals never led. You understand what I'm getting at? But I don't know. But they choke against the Bills and the Chiefs all the time. And something's got to give, man. I don't know if they were tired. I have no idea because I didn't really watch the entire game. I listened.
we had Butterfingers Henry.
He fumbled.
Yeah, that fumble and that
Um,
That
lucky
fumble,
touchdown
cost them the game.
yeah,
and that lucky touchdown too. If you see on that touchdown, the fourth and goal, that touchdown was sick. That Coleman caught. If you look back at that game, that was so crazy catch. Yeah. And that idiot that should have let the guy go, but he pulled his leg down like an idiot. Should have let him score at that point. All right, Tony, what do you think, buddy?
Um, it was a good game. I turned it off with about 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Because I mean it was 40 to 25. I'm going, okay, it's two scores. It looks like Baltimore had complete control of the game. And then I woke up in the morning to see my alerts that Buffalo won, and what the hell did I miss? This happens at least once a year. I turn off a game, I'm like, okay, it's over, and then come back in the next morning, what the hell happened?
that happened
But
to
you're
me.
not the only one. Their fans were leaving the stadium. People turned their TVs off. I had to. I was playing on my phone. I said, "Let me check the score update," and I saw that, and I turned my TV back on. It was sickness, madness.
Yeah. I do want to touch on one thing. The NFL has a really large problem on their hands that I think they're going to have to get sorted out. Um, they're either going to have to put fences or barriers on the ledges of all the stands. You can't have the fans interacting with the players anymore.
But you
Um,
have it. You can't stop it. Like the Lambeau Leap is known to do that. Lambeau Leap. It's called a player jumping tradition. Buffalo
so
Bills. That was just a knucklehead.
I mean, do you want somebody to get hurt first or die? You know, um, once again, Lamar Jackson has to remember he's a quarterback. You know, let one of your other players touch one of the fans. Don't put your hands on somebody.
But
You're a
that
quarterback.
knucklehead. I'm sorry to cut you off, Tony. I
I don't
apologize.
care what he did. I don't care what he did.
He got in the face.
Lamar Jackson is the quarterback. You're supposed to put yourself above everybody else. So I almost do it like this, right? If you ever watch the New York Yankees, when there was a fight, and I'm talking about like the 90s and 2000 Yankees.
Yeah.
Now, Paul, what player would never run out there and fight
What do you mean?
from the Yankees? What player would never run out there and fight because he was the captain?
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Why? Because he knew he was the top guy and he was above everybody. Lamar Jackson has to start acting that way. To me, he looks like Cam Newton 2.0.
But
Start,
that's
start,
the touchdown celebration they do with their fans. They do with kids. That's what makes kids happy, bro. No, that knucklehead, you can't blame Lamar. That's what their quarterbacks do. You know how many kids get happy when they get to see those players? I'm a grown man. If I see Russell Wilson give me the football, I'll be excited. Boy, you can't blame the knucklehead. He got what
once
had it
again,
coming. You put your man.
it's gonna become a problem. I mean, somebody's gonna end up doing something extremely stupid. Someone's gonna end up doing something extremely stupid. Put up the barriers, make it safe. This is not European soccer where they start throwing firecrackers and shit in the stands and people start running onto the. We can't do that. The NFL is already too violent as it is. I mean, what do you need? Somebody to do a Lambeau leap, and then somebody who's a martial artist starts choking him out on the while he's doing the Lambeau leap. Oh, it's a celebration. No, we got to keep the players safe. Got to keep the fans safe. That's my opinion. Put barriers up. If you don't want to put barriers, use the nets that you use for the field goals completely around the field. I mean, stuff like that shouldn't be happening. They
That
shouldn't be allowed to
knucklehead,
touch. They shouldn't be allowed to touch the players unless the player is giving you five or giving you
yeah.
giving you gloves or something. I mean that kid. As soon as he hit just the first guy on the head on the helmet, security should have been all over him, pulling his ass out of the stands. Before Lamar Jackson even touched him.
I,
So
I never understood how stupid can it be as a person, bro. Like I never understood that. Like I was a grown man. Like my dad always told me, keep your hands to yourself. You go to a game, enjoy yourself, have fun. Like if I'm a big, I don't like. I'm not a big Lamar fan at all. And if I see Lamar coming, I have my phone. Like, what's up, Lamar? Like you pushing the guy. Like come on now. And now that idiot, if you see on YouTube, he made a video about it. He made a whole video. I'll send you guys the link. And that's why I had to thank you publicity about it. Like, come on, bro.
Well,
Come
he's
on.
that kid is now banned from every single NFL
He's not a kid. He's
stadium.
a man. He's a grown man. He's a grown moron. That's what he calls
I
him. A
don't know. I
grown
mean,
moron.
he looked like a kid. I don't know.
He deserves the moron to get his ass whooped. All right, guys, let's go to Monday Night Football. What a game this was. I did not expect this game to be this close either. But it was Chicago Bears, like always, had a Chicago lead. And what did Chicago do best? Chicago choked. Uh, they were beating. Had them. They had the Bears. They had the Vikings in literally right where they wanted them. Fourth quarter happened. The Bears scored less yards than any team in their fourth quarter did that for that week. Uh, Tony, I'm gonna go to you first, buddy. What do you think of that game, and what do you think of Jesse McCarthy?
Jesse McCarthy, isn't that the singer?
Yeah, I got to think. What's his name? What's his kid's
Is
name?
it JJ
McCarthy.
McCarthy?
Yeah,
Um,
Call him Jesse McCarthy.
so
I
you know
can't be the
what?
only one that did that. I can't be the only one.
I actually text David after Friday Night Football because he wanted to pick the Chargers. And I told him, I said, David, you got to go with your gut, man. And you wanted the Chargers. I said, yeah, you would have killed it. I should have did the same thing with Minnesota, Chicago. Um, I wanted to pick Minnesota. I just I wasn't sure about JJ McCarthy. I just wasn't. I mean, he was hurt all season last year, and but they played a good game. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, we should have touched on another game and not this one.
Oh God! If you were thinking, if you're talking about the game, I think you're talking about. Please not touch that game at all. That game was so bad. It was bad. It was boring bad. I know, Gabe, you want to talk exactly about. Tony and Jumbo, what you got to say, buddy?
Um, I don't think either team looked really that great. Um, JJ McCarthy was making, his mistakes. It happens. He threw a nasty pick six. That's when I turned it off. I was like, all right, this is over. And I turned it off and I went to sleep. And of course, same thing happened again. I turn it off and go to sleep, and Minnesota winds up winning. But
I get bad luck to teams.
they wind up winning by JJ McCarthy doing it with his legs. But again, and I'm going to make this bold statement. Nobody looked unbelievable to me this weekend. Nobody. Like there was a lot of teams that looked very iffy. Don't get me wrong. There's 3 or 4 teams that looked great. I thought they looked wonderful and they played amazing. But dude, a lot of these teams starting from Thursday all the way to Monday, they didn't. Not all of them looked great, and I'm going to say that personally. Chicago's got a rough road ahead. They definitely fucked up by not taking Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is a lot better of a quarterback than Caleb Williams. And yeah, that's my take on it, man. Whatever.
All right. Yeah, it was that game, man. The Monday night game, typical Monday night game. I went to bed early, and somehow the Vikings still won. All right, guys. I'm gonna let Tony talk quickly. Quickly, we got literally. I'm gonna give you a minute to talk about the game you want to talk about because we got to start doing our picks, buddy. You have a time here. Please talk about the game you want to talk about.
Miami, Indianapolis.
I know that I should have bet money on it. I knew you were gonna talk about this game.
So you guys heard me mention it last year several times. And I'm definitely in the minority about it. I'm definitely in the minority about it. It was never Daniel Jones. I'll say it again. It was never Daniel Jones. Scored on
Uh,
every single possession. Only team to do that week one ever.
it was the Miami Dolphins, bro. Come on. But secondly, I do agree. Players when they leave the Giants, they do much better. Look at Saquon Barkley. He's a monster now.
Hold on
That's
though. Miami's got firepower.
Yeah, I was gonna say Miami's got
Miami's got firepower. Don't get me wrong. They let go of a lot of their secondary, including Jalen Ramsey. They let go a lot of their guys, but they do have firepower. But for them to get blown up the way they did, I was actually very proud of Daniel Jones. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there screaming Danny Dimes the entire night. I was like, Danny Dimes, there it goes. I loved it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All
I was banging my head against the table. Why?
right. Oh, good. All right, guys, let's go to this week's pick. Tony, do the honors. Who won and who lost? And this was it.
So week one is always a toss up. But here's how it rolled out. David is winner chicken dinner with 10 wins. John Paul, you're right behind at 9 wins. I'm behind you at 8 wins. And Umair, you're at the bottom at 7 wins, which I gotta be honest is not terrible, guys. I mean that's a pretty decent week pick wise for us. You know, that's not bad. Still above 50%, which is where we want to be. All right, going into week two. So fans,
Packers,
I'm sorry,
Packers,
Patrick.
Packers.
Oh, relax. Going into week two, David will get us his picks at some point tomorrow before the Thursday night game. Otherwise, it don't count, buddy. But here we go. We got Washington, Green Bay.
Packers.
I'm
Green
gonna
Bay,
go. I'm gonna go Green Bay as well. I believe.
Green Bay, and my pick is already in the book. Green Bay. You have the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Give me the
I'm
Giants.
sick to my stomach and I'm puking. Dallas Cowboys.
Let
Give me,
Russ,
give
let
me
Russ
Giants.
cook.
Give me
Let
Giants.
Russ
Let us
cook.
cook.
No, I'm not choosing the Giants. I'm choosing Dallas.
Good for you. You want a trophy now?
You got Seattle versus Pittsburgh. I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I guess. Hope they fucking lose though.
You got the LA Rams versus the Tennessee Titans.
Ram.
LA man.
I think we're going to go Rams across the board here, boys.
This
All
next
right.
one is hard.
Here's
This one's hard.
going to be a nice game. Especially because the Jets played their asses off. The Buffalo Bills coming into MetLife Stadium playing the New York Jets.
This is gonna be
Buffalo.
a hard game. After last week, this is hard. You really that confident, Buffalo?
Buffalo, please.
Give me Buffalo too. The Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I'm going with the chicken wings myself. All right, you have another division game. The New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. I'm going with New England.
Me too. New England.
I'm going New England as well.
Guys, we're doing it to ourselves again. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe this is going
Bengals.
to be a great game. Game of the week,
Bengals.
maybe.
Are
I'm
you
going to
out of
go
your
with the
mind?
Jaguars.
Are you out of your damn mind for saying that statement?
I like Cincy.
Game of the week?
I think it's going to be a game of the week. I think both
Give
teams
me
are
the
good.
Bengals, please. Give me the Bengals. They played the Jaguars, Tony.
Jags
No, they
played a
played the
great game last
no,
week.
they played Panthers. I mean Panthers. I meant that. Yeah. Whatever
All
you say,
right.
buddy.
We have probably the Brock Purdy-less 49ers versus the New Orleans Saints. They don't know if Brock is going to play, so I'm going to go New Orleans.
Yeah, but they have Mac Jones, so I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Yeah, but Niners don't got Kittle either, though.
I don't care.
Yeah, Kittle's out for 6 weeks, I think.
Give me New Orleans.
All right, you got the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. I do not believe
Ravens.
Baltimore's going to go 0-2, so Baltimore.
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 All right, you have the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. I don't believe Detroit's going to go 0-2. I'm going Detroit.
Ben Johnson coming back to town. Give me the Bears.
Chicago.
Yeah, I don't see Detroit getting spanked 2 weeks in a row.
All right, you have Denver versus Indianapolis. I just spoke about DJ, so I'm taking DJ. Indianapolis.
I'm gonna give me Denver.
You heard it here first.
Denver didn't look that good though.
I'm sorry, Umir, who are you taking?
Denver, buddy.
Denver? Jean Paul?
God.
I almost said your favorite saying.
Jean Paul, what are you doing? Jean Paul, what are you doing?
Give me Indianapolis.
Any day now, John Paul. Come on, boy. We don't got all night here.
You got
Someone got
Carolina
one
Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going with Kyler Murray and his 4'2" quarterback and ass.
I'm
Yeah,
also
give me the
going.
no Cardinals. Give me Cardinals.
Arizona. All right, this is going to be a good game too, I believe. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I cannot see KC going 0-2. I'm taking Kansas City.
God, if you listen to me right now, I work with a lot of Eagle fans, more than I can count. Help a brother out. I'm going Kansas City. Praise God.
Drop Paul.
I don't know. My head tells me to take Philly.
There's a lot of things that had to tell you go the other way, buddy.
All right, I'm taking Philadelphia.
Philly. All right, you have ATL Falcons versus Minnesota.
Why the hell they
Freaking
why
Atlanta
they
kicker, bastard.
why are they playing on Sunday night? They should make the Eagles and Chiefs game Sunday night. It's beyond stupid. This game about to be boring.
I don't
But
know.
give me the
I'm going
Vikings.
Minnesota. I'm going Minnesota.
I'm going Minnesota as well.
I looked like shit.
Who are you going with? ATL?
Yeah, give me Atlanta.
You better hope it doesn't come down to Egg Foo Young.
Yeah,
No. Hey, they brought in the extra you guys both got special tickets of help. They got an extra kicker they brought in. They brought an extra kicker. Something is seriously wrong. Viewers, I'm sorry. These two guys are really
who are you taking?
morons.
Who are you taking?
I'm thinking the Vikings, jackass.
All right, you have Tampa Bay versus Houston. I'm going Tampa Bay.
We got Tampa Bay.
Are you purposely copying me, you little bastard?
Hey, either we gonna win together or we're going to sink together.
What are you doing, John Paul?
Give me Houston on Monday night.
Oh, you're killing yourself.
Why am I killing myself
That's
for?
not Monday night.
When is it?
That
Sunday
is
night?
Monday night. That is Monday night.
Oh, it's two games
You know-
Monday night?
yeah, 2 games Monday
Ugh.
night.
Ugh.
One at 7 o'clock and one at 10 o'clock. I don't know who thought this would be a good idea.
So you
Again, at
have the
10 o'clock on
Chargers versus the Raiders. Raiders won last week, but I'm still going to go Chargers.
Yeah, I'm taking Chargers.
Give me Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Chargers. 10 o'clock game. That's beyond moron. Whoever did this is a moron.
There we
On a
are with
Monday
the
night.
picks, boys and girls.
Vegas.
And listen, before we end the show, do yourselves a favor. If you're going to get premium auto parts, you go to Callahan Auto. And if you don't believe me, you can stick your head up a bull's ass for a T-bone, but take the butcher's word for it.
All right, guys. Let's see you next week.